Okay, we got an '03 Ford Explorer. If your heat not working, you got a door blend actuator that sits down here in the center console. When you turn your heat on, you hear some clicking. Click, 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 click. It's down here. You want to get off this faceplate, you just pop that off, pull out the connectors. You got a bolt down there. Actually, there's a little piece of rubber that sits there. You got to peel that up, and you got a bolt there. A few bolts in here. I'm gonna lift this carpet up as well. A couple bolts down there. You're gonna have to push the seats. Give me a second. Gotta get out. You're gonna have to push the seats all the way forward. And you got bolts down there. So you got one 7mm bolt up here. 4 7mm bolts up in there. And if you come to the back, you got to push the seat all the way forwards. You come to the back, at the bottom, your 7mm bolt down there. Actually, I'm sorry, an 8mm, and this one on the other side. I got to push that seat forward, and we got to take that bolt out as well. So now you can lift this up, disconnect your cigarette lighter or phone plug, and that'll come out. Set that in the back now. And we got two more. A bolt there and a bolt there. I believe those are 10mm. Alright guys, I was wrong. Those two bolts down there are 8mm. Now we got 4. 1. We took that out. 2. 3, we took that one out as well, and 4 7mm bolts that need to come out. Disconnect your back heater if you have one of these, and take your plug out, and then we can lift this whole center console up. So this is what the part looked like. Got 4 screws and a connector on the back. Just so you know, when I do them, I can't remember which one it is. You will know when you get to it. Whichever one is the hardest screw, that shit ain't going back in. 3 will hold it up just fine. But the location of this thing is, you can barely see it, but it's that white clear piece right there. And you're gonna have to stick your hand in there some kind of way and feel for the bolts and get it out. To give yourself a little bit more access, I'm at the bottom up under the steering column. You can take out this bar, 2 bolts there, pull the carpet down, and you got 2 more down there, and you might be able to get a little access. I still can't even see it from this way, but it's up there. So I just took off the 10mm bolts on this little bracket here. That way you can get some access, because you got to stick your hands up this way to get to it. I know it ain't the best picture because I can barely get to show you guys, but I promise you, that's it there, that little plastic thing with the orange plug coming out of it. You might be able to use 1/4-inch tools on some of them, and then probably some ratchet wrenches to get the rest of it out. So that's the part we're replacing. So now we can get the connector out and get all of the bolts removed. Ow, hit my head. Okay, so with a bunch of cussing, tossing and turning, you'll get the old part out. Now we got to take this, go from the bottom down here, squeeze it up in there, and then mount it up. So let's try and get this new part in. Okay, so we got the new part in. I don't know why my light ain't working. The new part is in. I don't know if you can see. The new part is black. Yep. We only put 2 screws in. You be your own judge on how many screws you're gonna put in, because that bitch is a nightmare trying to get them screws out. Also, if it's too hard coming from the bottom, try feeding it through the top and getting it lined up. Another thing to remember, where's that old part? This is the old part. The connector is on the side. The new part, some of them have connectors right smack dab in the middle. Don't be discouraged, because the shit still works. The plug is plenty long. So now we gotta do, take this bracket, put it back down there, put them 4 10mm bolts in. Next thing we're gonna do is grab that big long center console, sit it down. Don't forget your beer, because you definitely need one of them working on shit like this. Sit that down and bolt everything in place. So now we got the center console in. You got a big push pin, a little plastic clip that go there. I think it's up here somewhere. I don't know where it is at the moment. I'll figure it out. But you got 2, was it 8mm bolts?
Yep, 8.
One
7,
here,
7.
one there, 7 or 8mm. You'll get the big picture. And then you got 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 bolts that gotta go in. 2 bolts up front, 8mm. 4 bolts down at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 7mm. And I'm gonna take our top center cup holder piece, pop that down.
Gotta open this.
Yeah.
Cigarette lighter.
Cigarette lighter. Don't forget to connect that.
Somehow. Can't see the clip side right there.
Lock it in, it clips up at the top. There you go.
Okay.
And then you got a bolt that goes
there.
right there. And then you got 4 bolts that go in here. Then you just got the 2 bolts that go in the back. And we gotta put this heater console back, but we're gonna focus on those 2 for the bottom. We're gonna focus on the 1 bolt. It was only 1 bolt here.
Yep.
So let me find that bolt. Got your 1 bolt there. You got a rug or a carpet that goes over that. And now we're putting in our 4 bolts in here.
And then the 2 bolts hold that thing in?
Yep. So now we in the back of the truck. If your truck have that heater assembly, that just plops up there. No tools to take that out, but there is a socket or a bolt that goes at the bottom there on both sides. So you got a 8mm, I think it is. An 8mm down here and a bolt on the other side. And the only thing that's left to do is come into the cockpit and put this console back on. So I'll bring you back once we get all this back together. So we definitely got the problem fixed. Got air blowing. So the only thing I gotta do is put that last bolt in the bottom down there on their seat. And again, this is an 03 Ford Explorer, replacing this actuator, door blend actuator. If your heat ain't working and it's clicking from down here, that'll be your blend door actuator. So if it was helpful in any way, make sure you hit that subscribe button, leave a like, leave a comment. Y'all already know what y'all gotta do. And I'm out. I'll see you in the next video.